I thought I'd record some coding for fun, so this is the loader TS big old messy function. This is when somebody asks the loader for a block and the loader doesn't know where to get it, so it starts loading car files to get it, and if that doesn't work, it starts loading the car files those car files point to get it, and that better work. So that's how this function runs, and I just did a bunch of stuff to make it a mess, and I'm here to clean it up. So I'm just gonna run the tests at the root of the repository, set up a baseline, and let's see what happens. So there we go, everything's clean. I've already merged this. I just merged this pull request. So switch main. All right, there we are. Back in this messy code. I want to clean it up. I think it would be nice if I didn't have something that looked like this. And I have these passing tests, and I could totally clean this up myself, I guess. But what I want to do is get some fresh perspective on it. So I'm going to be like, suggest options to make this function safer to work on in the future. And ooh, error handling, code comments, decomposition. That's cool. Okay, what I'm thinking is that what I wanted to do already was decompose these, but this I'd be decomposing them into is already really crowded. And so it might be this is like a bigger thing to do. But what? Okay. Yeah, if that's right, it's not worse. It's like a fine first start, and then we can think about the error handling type safety. So I like to say, review your above suggestion in the context of the full file and ensure and comment on any stylistic or practical challenges that might occur if we make the change. Ooh, his AI likes itself. It says, I did a great job. Made private methods. Okay. That might be belt and suspenders. I'm not sure I like that. Cool. Alright. It's claiming that it decided to use promise any. Well, thanks. We're gonna go for it. Seems reasonable. And we can get rid of this big old mess. Paste that in. Save the file. Run the tests. Ooh. Yeah, I saw this before. That's great. That's real fun. Let's just make sure we're not losing our minds. I'm running the test again on the original code because I don't want to be fighting a ghost bug or something. Okay, so those do pass. So we're going to put our changes back in. And we're going to say, you know what, I'm going to take them out. These AIs work better when they're kind of like under that kind of pressure. All right, changes out. And then I'm going to say, let's go get that error. I'm going to say, I had to stash your changes because when running the tests, I received this error. Can you improve your code so that it passes the tests? And let's give it a chance. Okay, so this is what I would do if I thought I had some good code that was better than the bad code. I would copy it, and I would say, here's what you had. Let's get there, but in stages. Propose a safer change to the loader TS file that we can ensure passes tests before we make the full change. All right. We're going to take a more incremental approach to refactoring. All right. That's great. We are going to just do some extracting before we go and mess around with trying to clean up my loop magic. Let's run the test and see if it got there. There's an apply button. I've never pressed it. It's a new feature. Let's press the apply button. Oh, it does not work with API key. Oh, they want my money. All right, so I'm just gonna copy paste. Up here, old code, new code. Save, and let's see what happens. Looks good so far. Yeah, baby. Okay, those passed. What's the next step? I don't even know if I recommend using AI to do this. It's just, you know, the perfect answer would be to have a bunch of geniuses in the code with me doing this left and right, because sometimes you just can't clean up your own code that you've been staring at for a whole airplane ride without some perspective. But this perspective is better than nothing, and if the tests pass and it's easier to read, well, that's all stuff that we'll be able to tell when it's time to do the code review. All right, so let's take out the get from batch and see what happens. Copy, and I guess this is just replacing the old getBlock. All right. Tests are passing. This is great. Oh, it was great. That was going so good. Yeah, we got some of the same deal again, so oops, we fell into the same issue again. Can you make your refactor more conservative? We liked Promise Any. We had that working. We got Promise Any going on in our real code. All right, undo. Yeah, we want to get that get from batch out of here. Back to the good stuff. This works. See, how is this any different? What is going on? It's because we have this one got. Let me just check on it. Yeah, well, I already did that. Come on, AI. Tell me something I don't know. I already did that. Okay, I did that, but my guess is that the behavior of the let got over the course of the function is necessary. Can we still extract a batch? What do we call it? Getter. Let's see. We might be hitting diminishing returns with this AI coding here, but I'm going to give it a whirl. The code still is looking nicer each time I do that. If it keeps working, then I'll be pleased. Yeah, that didn't work. All right. So that's great that this stuff works. What I want to know, yeah, I'm gonna say I had to revert that same error. What other readability and maintainability improvements can we make to getBlock? Okay. Let's see if this exact same behavior is what they say it is. All right, this has been an episode of making the code just a little bit easier to read. And if the tests all pass here, I might consider it easy enough to read for the time being. Woohoo!